Namaskaram. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Namaste. So, ఈ రోజు మనం కలవడానికి కారణం ఏంటంటే ఘంటసాల రాగసాల బుక్ ఉంది కదా, ఆ బుక్ మనం ఈరోజు యార్క్లో మేముండే చోట దాన్ని రిలీజ్ చేయడం కోసం అనేసి ఈరోజు మనం అందరం గ్యాదర్ అయ్యాము. ముఖ్యంగా మా కొలీగ్ డేవ్ జెంకిన్స్ గ్యాదర్ అయ్యారు, ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ. ఈరోజు ఆయన చేతుల మీదుగానే ఈ పుస్తకాన్ని ఆవిష్కరిస్తున్నాము. కాబట్టి వీఆర్ వెరీ లక్కీ, ఎందుకంటే ఆయన చాలా బిజీ వ్యక్తి, చాలా బిజీ. ఎందుకంటే ఆయన హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్రూప్ అనమాట. ఇన్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఆఫ్ యార్క్లో హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్రూప్ అండ్ యాక్చువల్గా నిన్ననే గ్రీస్ నుంచి కూడా వచ్చారు. అయినా సరే మన కోసం అనేసి చెప్పగానే అగ్రీ చేసి వచ్చారు ఈరోజు మన దగ్గరికి. సో వీఆర్ వెరీ 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 లక్కీ. So I'm going to say the same thing in English. So welcome everyone. Today we gathered here because we wanted to release the book Ghantasala Ragasala. Of course, this was released in Hyderabad for the first time, and then it was released in USA near Atlanta. There was Walt Disney land. It was released there, and also after that in Morrisville, North Carolina, that was also released there. And this is the 4th release, but this is in the UK. So we are doing a very small release within our home in York, and we are very fortunate today. Professor David Jenkins is here with us. He's currently the head of the group at the University of York. Very renowned, very well known and renowned nuclear physicist, and in general I can say that he's a very well known physicist, not only in the UK but also all over the world. He has done great work in nuclear research within the UK. So for that, in experimental nuclear physics, for that, and also for widening the participation all over the world. That means that he has actually been to different countries like India. Recently, he has been to Bombay, and he has been to South Africa to develop different collaborations with different countries. So all over the world, he widened this nuclear research participation. So because of that, very well deserved Rutherford Medal and Prize he has recently received. It is a very prestigious one. The prize he has received in 2023, so that was last year. Yeah, last year. Yeah. So congratulations to him on that. He's a very busy person actually, but he has come today to our house to release this book. So we are very fortunate once again, and I'm very thankful to Jenkins, Professor David Jenkins, to come here. So now the question is, so he does not know who is Ghantasala. He does not know Telugu. So why did I choose him? So that is the question. So I have to a little bit explain to all of you why I chose. So as a child, if I go back to my early days, I was actually, in our family, nobody really even finished schooling. So I come from a background where there was no studies, nothing. But I was doing reasonably well, except for in mathematics. So that's during my A levels here, but there it is called intermediate. So that time I was introduced to Ghantasala and his songs, the Ghantasala songs. So once I started to listen to his songs, I could just persevere and then sit down and actually improve upon my mathematics. So really, he made me sit down and then practice somehow mathematics, maths. So the connection is very weird, but somehow it worked for me, and I could finish my A levels or intermediate with good marks in mathematics and in general everywhere, in all subjects. And then I went on to do my BSc So probably I was the first one to finish BSc in our community actually during those days. But what is more important is when I went to Hyderabad to do my master's, that time I did not know how to speak English at all. I knew English, but I couldn't speak. And this was a central university where one could only survive there if they knew English, otherwise you could not survive. So everybody suggested that I should not continue, but except for one person, one professor actually thought that I have something in me. That's only because I did very well in mathematics. So he encouraged me to continue. Otherwise, I would have left that place. My path would have been completely different. So I continued there, and because of, I would say, because of Ghantasala, in a way, I continued there, and then eventually did my PhD in Bombay, and then came to Israel for first postdoc, and then I went to University of York, where I met for the first time in 2005 September Dave Jenkins, and it is fair to say that since then we have been collaborating in nuclear research to really study the fundamental force of nuclear force, and then also nuclear applications where this is where the crucial point is that there was a period when I had a crucial moment where I was thinking whether to continue research or actually to go to PhD, and that's when Professor Dave Jenkins actually came to me and said, okay, here is this project that you can really do with me, and then there is a possibility that after this you will continue research, right? So without that crucial moment, I would really doubt I would have continued in my career like this. So now this is the point. To start with, because of Ghantasala, I would say I had this mathematics, and then without mathematics, I couldn't have even finished my PhD. And then at a crucial moment, without support as a colleague, I couldn't have continued in my nuclear research. So there's this connection, and I really wanted to have this book released by somebody so important. It's like there are points in time where paths could completely change, and there was this one point in 2000, let's say 12, and that's where I really was benefited by the collaboration with Dave Jenkins. He gave me a job that time, and then because of that, I stuck to nuclear research, and I'm still continuing. So thank you very much, Dave, for that. And that also, all these effects obviously are also on my family and everything. So I was I have been very thankful in my mind, but now I'm saying it out loud to everyone. So thank you very much once again. That is the reason why I wanted Professor Jenkins to release this book today. Now, as I said, he doesn't know anything about Ghantasala, so I have to say a few things. So just to say a few words about Ghantasala, I have written some things actually previously also sent you. Yeah. But okay, I'm going to read the same thing again here. So Sri Ghantasala Venkateshwar Rao was an extremely popular singer. He released private albums. That was in 1940s. Private albums. So those are gramophone records. Yeah. And these records were very, very popular. The songs were written by great Telugu literary scholars of the time. And through Ghantasala's voice, the culture, philosophy, patriotism, and universal emotions of human and non-human beings. So this is where I wanted to kind of bring in maybe ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళలో ఎవరైనా పుష్ప విలాపంలో ఏదైనా ఒక చిన్న పద్యం పాడగలరా? Just to show ఏదైనా ఒక చిన్న పద్యం. సో ఐ డోంట్ నో. విష్ణుప్రియ, మీకేమన్నా పద్యం వస్తుందమ్మా?
నమస్తే. నమస్తే.
నమస్తే అమ్మా.
పద్యం కొంచెం పాట అయితే పాడతాను.
అలాగే అలాగే మా అన్నయ్య ఉన్నాడుగా. సో అన్నయ్య, వెంకటేశ్వర అన్నయ్య, మీకేమన్నా నేను ఒక పూల మొక్క కడ నిలిచి అదేం పాడగలరా?
దాంట్లో 2 చరణాలు పాడగలను.
పాడండి అన్న.
పూలు దారాలతో గొంతు గొరి బిగించి గుండెలో నుండి సూదులు గృచ్చి కూర్చి ముడుచుకొందురు ముచ్చట ముడుల మమ్ము అకటా దయలేని వారమి ఆడవారు మా వెలలేని ముగ్ధ సుకుమార మరంద మాధురీ జీవితమెల్ల మీకై త్యజించి కృషించి నశించిపోయి మా వెలలేని ముగ్ధ సుకుమార సుగంధ మరంద మాధురీ జీవితమెల్ల మీకై త్యజించి కృషించి నశించిపోయి మా యవనమెల్ల కొల్లగొని మాపై మమ్ము చీపురు తోడ చిమ్మి మమ్మావల పరవోతురు గదా నరజాతికి నీతియున్నదా. These 2 stanzas.
Thank you so much, Annaya. So these.
Thank you.
As usual, మీకు
తమ్ముడు
అన్నయ్య చెప్పండి.
Please explain to the professor, our renowned professor, what is the very purport, very meaning of this Pushpa Vilapam?
Yes.
In what context is written?
Yeah, I think Venkatesh Annaya is the best to say a few words. Annaya, please go ahead and say. The point is, his songs reached hearts of people, but also that's the emotions of people. That's why they reached, but also the emotions of non-human beings, right? This is one of the reason why I asked you to sing. These stanzas are about flowers, right? How they feel when they are plucked. So Annaya, you will be the best one. Please go ahead and say a few words on that.
Hi everyone. Thanks a lot for giving this opportunity. In simple, this is the agony, emotions of the flowers. Basically in India, these flowers are offered to the god, but these flowers are also used by human beings for their decoration. So in what happens is, every day morning these flowers are used by human beings for their entertainment, and after the end of the day these flowers are thrown out of our home. So the emotions of the flowers are expressed beautifully in this language. I know it's difficult for you to understand a little bit, but we are trying to embedding into in English. Though it is impossible, we are trying to explain. Yeah, Suresh, you can add some more if I'm missing anything.
Please go ahead, Annaya. Suresh Annaya.
This Pushpa Vilapam is really fantastic song by our master, and how flowers wept well when they were being pricked by the human beings. As our Tamil said, it is even non-living beings are also subjected to agony and anguish. That was in Ghantasala Garu's rendered a song, a beautiful song, eternal song of the agony of the flowers. It is really a fantastic song by our master. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this is what I meant by his voice actually is such. Somehow there is no other voice under the sun or in the universe which actually embeds the culture. So that's the Indian culture totally, in totality, and also philosophy in general, not only Indian, and patriotism and the universal emotions of human beings and non-human beings. This is why I said that. And this is I think we are a little bit biased, of course. That's why, obviously, because we are born and brought up with his songs, which have been omnipresent all the time. So we think this way. But yeah, but this is what we think. We think he is the very unique singer who could express emotions in such a way, and especially because of the very rich, the Carnatic and Hindustani, that amalgamation of the ragas and the Indian culture and everything together. This makes a huge impact on the people who are listening to that, and they get lifted, in spirits to really do stuff, sometimes above their capabilities. Sometimes there are people who were almost going to suicide, go on suicide, and just by listening to some of the songs of Ghantasala, they actually came back from that suicidal attempts, and then they persevered and they became really very successful in life. So one of them is Agadhamao Jalanidilo Nani Mutyamannatule Sokala Marugunadagi Sukamunnadile. This means that, like, at the depths of ocean, there are pearls. So similarly, at the depths of all the difficulties we face in life, there is always this,
Yes.
yeah. So such songs are also sung by him. If somebody wants to just say a few of those stanzas, that would be great. Evaraina?
His divinity lies. Ghantasala Mastaru, divinity lies. Even the depressed people get spirited, and he's a kind of personality development trainer. He's a philosopher. He's not only a singer or playback artist. He is a philosopher, and he's the very philosophy which lies in which is sung in his songs saved many people. He is a kind of philosopher, educator, a teacher also, Ghantasala. That is how his songs are remained eternal, and even today people get inspired by his the very words and the very divinity in his voice, cosmic voice, which inspires many listeners and even students in Telugu language. So, అగాధమౌ జలనిధిలోన ఆణిముత్యమున్నటులే, అగాధమౌ జలనిధిలోన ఆణిముత్యమున్నటులే, శోకాన మరుగున దాగి సుఖమున్నదిలే, అగాధమౌ జలనిధిలోన ఆణిముత్యమున్నటులే, శోకాన మరుగున దాగి సుఖమున్నదిలే, ఏది తనంత తానై నీదరికి రాదు, ఏది తనంత తానై నీదరికి రాదు, శోధించి సాధించాలి అది ఏ ధీర గుణం, కలకానిది విలువైనది, బ్రతుకు కన్నీటి ధారలలోనే బలి చేయకు, బ్రతుకు బలి చేయకు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Thank you.
Very good.
See how effective when the lyricist got powerful words in his song, but whereas our master empowered these words into a reality, and which has been inspiring for centuries, for decades, to the youth and educated, even educated, uneducated, both treated properly by his master's the very rendition of songs. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Anaya. So this is the reason because of which he has become really most popular music director as well as singer in the period 1946 to 1974 until he died. Till the last minute, he was singing, and every single song, the greatness of his songs is, if you listen to the song for the first time, it may not appeal to you, but if you keep on listening, then you start to realize, oh, there are so many things in this song. You would like to listen repeatedly all the time. And this is true for every single song. For example, in that book, every single song he sung, you can listen to like thousands of times without getting bored. This is another thing about his songs, okay? And that's why he has become really very popular. And that's why he's now a demigod for millions of people around the world, not just within India, not just within Telugu land. He's where he was born, but all in America, there are, I think, again, there are millions, I don't know, but at least hundreds of thousands of people are great fans of him, and there are lots of programs continuously they happen for the Zoom or in person about him. And now there are a few temples built within the area, nearly 55 or 56 right now. So nearing 60 statues were erected on his name, and so people call Sri Ghantasala Venkateshwar Rao, popularly known as Ghantasala. People call him fondly and devoutly as Mastaru. That's why Anaya was mentioning to him as Master. And the point is that, okay, he is inherently talented person, our Mastaru, but he has never underestimated the training that one needs in order to really keep up to the standard. So he took 6 years of training, formal training. He had degree in it, and he has actually continued to improve throughout his life with hard practicing, very, very hard practicing. Even when he was a very popular music director, he would go to people like, in Hindustani musician like Bade Ghulam Ali Khan. He would go to him without any inhibitions. He would go and learn as a student. He was already a popular director, music director, but he didn't have any inhibition to go and learn anything new. And that's the essence of Bhagavad Gita. For example, that is the one of the things that the essence that one gets out of Bhagavad Gita, which is it's maybe I should say a few words about Bhagavad Gita. In fact, it is called Song Celestial. I think let me not prolong too much, but just say essence is that throughout our life we should not shy away from learning. That is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, basically. And that's what Master has done throughout his life without any inhibitions, and he has continued to do that. And that's why he could be, so popular until he died. And the final one that he has done was Bhagavad Gita. And Anayam, if you can tell a few words about Bhagavad Gita, that would be great. Please go ahead.
వెంకటేశ్వర సారా నేనా తమ్ముడు?
మీ ఇద్దరు ఎవరైనా పర్లేదు. ఫస్ట్ మీరు మాట్లాడండి ఒక 2 మాటలు. ఆ తర్వాత we have to listen to వద్ది రంగస్వామి గారి శ్లోకాస్ of భగవద్గీత.
Ghantasala garu, our master, the rendition of the Bhagavad Gita song Celestial. His rendition of over 100 slokas are in pure Sanskrit. And in a musical note, Ghantasala garu presented the song in a very melodious manner, in a philosophical note. Even today, when we listen to that song, we get a blissful rendition by Ghantasala garu. Each and every word in Sanskrit he uttered in a beautiful manner, which touches our heart and mind, which even educate our spirits, our inner philosophical thoughts are revealed by his song. So the ultimate uh, perfection of the singer we can see in only Master's Bhagavad Gita.
And one thing about this is that he sang this when he was on deathbed.
At deathbed, yes.
And
It is also a personality development. All his slokas were picked up very beautifully for one's personality development. They are very helpful for the students and who are in crisis and who are depressed.
yeah,
Not only a religious, it's not at all a religious singing, but Bhagavad Gita inspires. Whenever we carefully listen to it, we are very much inspired, even if it is helpful in studies for students' academic progress also. So, in such a way, he rendered the Gita.
this is what I wanted to also highlight, that the fact that usually Bhagavad Gita is taken as a religious thing in India most of the time. Many people think like that, but it is not so. Actually, it teaches lots of practicalities of life, how to take up and downs, and because they are put in really positive context actually through this slokas, and especially in our Mastaru's voice. And basically, as I said before, it is essence is that learn throughout life and take it positively, and then always
Uh,
positive.
I-
That's the thing. It comes out. Anaya చెప్పండి అన్నయ్య వెంకటేశ్వర.
can I add few lines? Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Bhagavad Gita is like a manual for human life, a user guidelines how to live a human being on this earth. When you buy a laptop or when you buy a mobile phone, you get a user manual that drives how to use that phone. You should know how to plug or what is the keyboard, where to press, and there is a software, and you are not supposed to use it in your own fashion. So you have to strictly follow the manual given by the manufacturer of that iPhone or anybody. Similarly, when this body is created, there is a manual how to live on this earth. That is the manual of life which is given in this Bhagavad Gita in simple. Simple is, man, few words of the slokas is a human body is born, and that body has to decay and it has to disappear at some point of time. So the birth and death is very common in this process. So one should not get attached to this body. This is a sort of a detachment to the physical body is one such a beautiful diamond of manual of life. Second is the action. Everybody has to perform the action irrespective of the results. Results are not in my control. A farmer can seed, but he expects a beautiful crop. But at the end of the day, the crop may come or may not come. It depends on the right, it depends on so many the conditions of the nature. Hence, the what is in our control is only the action. The results are not in our control, because the results depends on many forces which are beyond our control. These two beautiful verses are just one sample of so many treasury of diamonds given by in this Bhagavad Gita. One sloka, for example, हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि द्वर्गं हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जिद्वा वा भोजसे महि तस्मादुष्टिस्त कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः. The meaning of this sloka is a human life is like a battle. In this battle, you have to fight. If you win, you enjoy the fruits of the victory. If you lose, you are going to gain the experience. So at the end of the day, you are not going to lose. Your job is to fight in this battle of human life. A simple meaning, and this has given a sort of mental stability for human life whenever we face lot of difficulties. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Very nicely said. At this point, I would like to bring in Rangaswamy Garu.
Sir,
Me, రెండు శ్లోకాలు, please.
त्वमादिदेवः पुरुषपुराणः त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् वेतासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूपा I can say meaning to the sloka. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowledge. You are the supreme refuge about the material modes, a limitless form. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. That is the meaning to the sloka.
Of the sloka, yeah. So one point I want to raise here, say is that there are many traditions in India, many ways people wrote songs or any concept, any ideas came to their mind, they are put forward in different ways. Slokas is one way, that's what they have been doing, and then there's a padya, that's poem. You can write poems with it is called chandasu. Chandasu means it's a grammar, but I don't know how to explain. Does anybody know how to exactly say what chandasu in English is? It's a grammar, but it has some certain very strict rules which are associated with the Telugu, what do you call
But Telugu Chandas is
phonetics basically.
Utpalamala, Champakamala,
But
these are the
yeah,
Chandas.
yes, they are names of certain poems, the way you write, but there is a reason, there is a root, what we need to explain that I think is to do with the grammar and the phonetics, somehow they go together. It's also, Telugu is vowel ending language. And that's one of the reasons it is also somehow, I think some of people who,
Sloka is different.
yeah, they call it Italian of
It
the,
is different to the Telugu Chandas.
yeah.
Sloka is the different
Yes.
to the Telugu Chandas.
Yes, correct. But I was explaining sloka is one way of expressing ideas, and then padyam is one way, and then you have prose and you have songs, the different ways, and also the culture-wise, there are different ways you sing. It's a burrakada, harikada. So all these things, they come from really deep culture of different regions. So they used to sing in a particular way. That singing styles are quite different, but all of them, the beautiful thing is our master who sang with perfectly and with real precision with swaras and ragas, everything, and that's the great thing about him. So padyam wise, maybe Rangaswamy garu padyam kuda. So just now you have done sloka, maybe you can do one padyam, please.
Okay. There is one sloka. Finally, the God is said, I will sing. సర్వధర్మాన్ పరిత్యజ్య మామేకం శరణం వ్రజ. అహం త్వా సర్వపాపేభ్యో మోక్షయిష్యామి మా శుచత. ఆ ఆ ఆ Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. That is the meaning of that sloka. The final sloka. Ultimate sloka.
Please go ahead, Amma. Whatever you would like to sing one song. And I think very soon we will be ready to book release, because our son Sina come downstairs. We can now release the book also soon. So you want to come closer?
Hello everyone, first of all, namaste.
Hello.
Hello, Srinath.
I want to sing like type of medley, Ghantasala garu, Master garu medley. Some with some small stanzas and pallavis, etc.
Okay, Ma. Go ahead.
కన్ను చేదురు పంజాబు గోధుమల చిన్నపురికి అందించెదము. నీగారు నెల్లూరు బియ్యమును నేస్తముగా చెల్లించెదము. గంగాయమునా తరంగాలతో సుందర నందన మధువనాలతో సౌభాగ్యముతో తళతళలాడే ఎంత చక్కనిది మన దేశం. దివిజ గంగ భువినించిన భగీరథుడు మానవుడే, సుస్థిర తారగా మారిన ధ్రువుడు కూడా మానవుడే. సృష్టికి ప్రతి సృష్టి చేయు విశ్వామిత్రుడు నరుడే. జీవకోటి సర్వములో శ్రేష్టతముడు మానవుడే. మానవుడే మహనీయుడు, శక్తియుతుడు యుక్తిపరుడు మానవుడే. మాననీయుడు మానవుడే మహనీయుడు. శేషాద్రి శిఖరాన స్థిరముగా వెలసిన శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వర ప్రభో శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వర. శ్రీదేవి వంకకు చిలిపిగా చూడకు, అలమేలు మంగకు అలుకరానీయకు. ముద్దు సతులితరిని ఇరువైపులా చేర్చి కురిపించి లాలించి మూర్ఛటను చేర్చి శేషశైలవాస శ్రీ వెంకటేశ శయనించు మానీయ శ్రీ చిద్విలాస శేషశైలవాస శ్రీ వెంకటేశ. These are some favorite songs of Ghantasala garu, especially నాకు.
Why, Amma? You need to explain a little bit.
Sorry uncle.
ఎందుకు అనేది కొంచెం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది, ఒక 2-3 సెంటెన్సెస్ లో ప్లీజ్.
because these all songs are some I can't tell you particularly, but these are all learned from my father especially. So
Yeah. So one point I forgot to tell you that the person on the left, he's the father of the girl. Oh. Okay. And mother there. So mother is Madhumati garu. Amma namaste amma. Madhu. So she's the mother. So in their family, all of them are kind of devotees to Ghantasala garu. So they really sing very well, all of them. And similarly, Venkatesh Lannaya, Vaddi Rangaswamy, these guys are really hardcore
Namaste.
I would say, of Ghantasala. So that's why I think he has become a demigod basically for millions of people, as I said before. Anaya, he looks like you wanted to say a few words.
How do we call? Is it David, or how do we call him?
David, yes.
David?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Thank you. It's really great to be with you and explain our God.
Yeah.
Ghantasala is our God. When we say God, we are not just telling from the mouth, it is coming from our heart. So, from our depth of our heart, we worship Him every day, every minute, every second. Now, why do we worship? There should be some qualities to become a God. Some of the qualities: He is a great human being. He respects everybody. He gives equal opportunity to every artist. He does not want to enjoy every opportunity, and he doesn't want to enjoy every part of uh, the musical opportunity. He distributed the opportunity to everybody so that everybody will be happy and they will have a livelihood. That means his first foremost responsibility is his family and his extended family. That is one of the greatest attributes of this greatest singer. Second, whenever you have to sing, your voice should be a full-fledged voice. What does it mean? Human have got 9 expressions. In our life also, we have various expressions depending on our mood. What are those 9 expressions? Love, joy, wonder, courage, peace, sadness, anger, fear, disgust. These 9 emotions are part of our life. This singer sings in all these 9 modulations. There is no singer on the earth. So far, we have not seen any singer who can match these 9 expressions on the earth. One singer can match maximum 3 or 4 expressions. Like a love song, duets, yes, there are many singers. But when it comes to the fear, when it comes to the anger, there are no singers who can match to these modulations. Third reason is the voice has to maintain its status in all the 3 modulations: lower level modulation, middle level modulation, and higher level modulation. In these 3 modulations, the voice should be full fledged. एषा मध्ये काङ्क्षितं नो राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च तदतीव स्थिता युद्धे Pranam Tyaktva Dhananjaya. This is somewhat lower level. But if you want to see the Tarastai, తాళి కట్టిన చేత తరుణి కంఠముద్రుంచు వింత యోగము నాకు విధి విధించన్ రవివంశ ధర్మంబు ఆర్తత్రాణశీలంబు. This is the highest level. No singer can match to all the modulations. And ultimately, he has contributed the Bhagavad Gita, which is the manual for my life. With all these things, and there are many more qualities, these qualities made us to worship him every day morning before we do our job. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
That's a beautiful explanation, I think, what you said about how you feel about this singer and this person and what it means in your life. It's a really beautiful explanation.
Some more dimensions to this singer. I am 55, 56 years. There is no single day I have forgotten him. Similarly, all our colleagues who are here or who are not here, for 55 years, there is no single minute we have forgotten him. That means he is with us. We have forgotten our parents on a daily basis, but we are remembering this great personality on a daily basis. That means we are all connected through a divinity. That divinity is a permanent relationship which has connected all of us. We are here to enjoy our life by expressing this beautiful personality who left the physical body 50 years back. This Ghantasala left his physical body 50 years back. And my age is 50 years. That means when he died, I was a small boy. I didn't know about him. Similarly, Srinivas, he was a small boy, or he would not have born.
Not born.
But
I was not even born.
Not born.
This metallic voice, this great personality is what to bring it to the current generation. That made us to write 50 to 100 books have been written on this great personality. And this book is one of them. And this will continue. This will continue. This will continue. Like a river. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Anna. And Bhagavad Gita, you just told about Bhagavad Gita. I think that alone is, in my opinion, is thousands of personality development courses. Just Bhagavad Gita itself. And then he sang almost 3,500 songs in Telugu, and then more, thousands of songs. Each song and each shabda, that means each sound, comes from his mouth. Somehow it deeply touches you, and then it becomes again a personality development course. So in effect, there are millions of courses within his song. So we don't.
Each song is a message for humanity. Ghantasala Mastaru's each song, irrespective of the number of songs, we need not count them, but each song is a message to humanity, entire humanity. Since each song contains a message, a moral, so that is why there is eternity. Each word itself is a eternity and very beneficial for students, especially since I am the headmaster of a government high school. I teach Ghantasala. Actually, my subjects are social studies and English, but I am more interested to teach Ghantasala Garu, his songs for the students, kids, for high school students. And his songs are even like, I feel his songs are lessons for them, for their academic development. For example, జీవితమున సగభాగం నిద్దురకే సరిపోవు, మిగిలిన సగభాగం చిత్తశుద్ధి లేకపోవు. అతి నిద్రాలోలుడు తెలివిలేని మూర్ఖుడు, పరమార్థం గానలేక వ్యర్థంగా చెడతాడు. మత్తు వదలరా నిద్దుర మత్తు వదలరా, చుట్టుముట్టు ఆపదలను మట్టుబెట్టబూనుమురా, పిరికితనము కట్టి పెట్టి ధైర్యము చేపట్టుమురా. కర్తవ్యం నీ వంతు కాపాడుట నా వంతు, చెప్పడమే నా ధర్మం వినకపోతే నీ కర్మం. మత్తు వదలరా నిద్దుర మత్తు వదలరా, జీవితమే ఒక వైకుంఠపాళి, నిజం తెలుసుకో భాయి. ఎగరేసే నిచ్చెనలే కాదు, పడదోసే పాములు ఉంటాయి. చిరునవ్వులతో విషవలయాలను ఛేదించి ముందుకు పదవోయి, ఛేదించి ముందుకు పదవోయి. ఎవరికి తల వంచకు, ఎవరిని యాచించకు, గుండె బలమే నీ ఆయుధం, నిండు మనసే నీ ధనం. తమ్ముడు, ప్లీజ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ టు ద ప్రొఫెసర్ what is the very essence of the song.
I think in simplistic terms, these are the things which make us, every day we fall down, but we again get up and get on with life. So to put it in a very simple way, that's what it is. If you want to say a few sentences, Anaya, please go ahead, but I think we need to somehow go on. So with the book release, and then because I don't want to precious time,
Yeah. It's 1:30 for them. It's very late in India.
Yeah, but I think they are okay. Actually, I know them, so they're okay. We should move on. Maybe I'll take a couple of minutes. So just because సూరనాయుడు గారు మీరు జాయిన్ అయ్యారు, మీరు ఏమైనా చెప్పాలనుకుంటే చూడండి. తర్వాత జానకం పాట పాడించడము మాట్లాడించడం చేసి వితిన్ 5 minutes we need to move on.
ఓకే సార్, సరే. అది నేను చాలా టైం ముందే వచ్చాను, మన గ్రూప్ లో వెతికాను సార్. శ్రీనివాసరావు గారు పోస్టర్ జూమ్ లో చూశాను, మీరు లింక్ పెడతారేమని. నేను అప్పటికే డౌట్ వచ్చి ఇది దొరికింది నాకు, అలా వెతికితే ముందే వచ్చాను సార్. I'm very happy to join in this Zoom meeting. That Professor, our God is Ghantasala. That many reasons that in India, Telugu is one of the most speaking language. In that our God Ghantasala, he in music he created many. I didn't express this. I tell you a sentence in my book. That's listen, sir. Sir. There in 2002, all Indian music composers and singers and music all musicians, they have to decide who is the number one singer in India. In that period, they all listen the Rafi Sahab and Kishore Kumar and Ghantasala, some songs. Who is the #1 singer in India? In that time, this is from Dr. K.V. Rao Garu. He said this, that is in Rafi.com net. Not even Rafi Saheb's Wo Duniya Ki Rakhwale film, Baiju Bawra film, the song is Wo Duniya Ki Rakhwale. Could rendered in such a perfection as Ghantasala Saheb did in Shivasankari song. They have written in the .com. Such a perfection as Ghantasala Saheb did in Shivasankari song. The specialty of the song is, without sacrificing Karnataka style, Ghantasala created Hindustani sensation. Thus he mixing the blend of the both styles, and which is possible only for a gifted and creative singer. The voice high-pitch clarity and command on raga with complete harmony and perfection. Full 100 marks to Ghantasala. Full 100 marks to Ghantasala. We never heard such a song, perhaps in Bollywood or Rafi Saheb's, has no such type of song in their credit. So that they are all declared that Ghantasala is the #1 singer in that period in India. That's all.
Thank you, Andy Suranayadu garu. Chala manchi vishayanni gurtu chesaru. So it's a very good point you raised. So Shiva Shankari song, actually I shared with all of you. Actually, the song it is in Darbar Kannada. Also Radhika Krishna Radhika, I think, is also in Darbar Kannada. So told is that in India there were many other people who sang. Also, Darbar Kannada is one of the things that you mentioned, but there are many singers which tried different ragas, or even Bhagavad Gita, Ashtapadis, anything. Throughout India, many people tried, but at the end of the day, there is only Ghantasala songs which remained in the market or in the hearts of the people. So that's what you are trying to say. That's why he has become #1 singer. Yeah, it is written by Chandramowly garu, M.R. Chandramowly garu, and it contains essays on 25 different ragas and related songs sung by Ghantasala garu in his own music and by others also. So this is just it's a tip of the iceberg, I would say. Very little part of his genius is expressed in that particular book, and that's what we're going to release. Even okay. So what else? So I think it was Venkatesh Lannaya who told that there are more than 50 books written on Salagaru's work, and more than 60 or at least around 60 statues are erected, etc., etc. So out of them, tens of the books were actually edited by Dr. K.V. Rao garu, who is actually the backbone of this book. To bring this book out, Dr. K.V. Rao garu is right now in Morrisville, North Carolina. He's originally from Hyderabad in India, but he's right now there. And he says that this book is this is the best book he has ever edited. So it's really very fortunate that we all got a chance to at least contribute. So as the family, we all contributed, Srinath, Shreya, Sangeeta, and myself. And similarly, as a group, we all contributed to, this inspiration of bringing out this book. And it's, I think, similar books, many of them will come out. So it's very good. So the book actually was first time it was released by Raghupati Venkaya Naidu Award recipient Srimati C. Krishnaveni garu. Okay, and we should thank her because she was the one who gave in 1949 3 movies simultaneously to our Mastaru to music director. So he was very new at that point of time. Only he released some private albums, but just by listening to the private albums, this couple, C. Krishnaveni and her husband, had so much confidence in this, our master, who at the time probably is in his 20s or nearing 30s. That's all. He didn't have much experience. Still, he took up on these 3 movies and has actually composed music. One of them is, is patriotic movie, that's Manadesham. Lakshmamma is a devotion related movie. So that's the bhakti music he has to provide there. Patriotism, bhakti music, devotion music. And then the third one is Kiluguram, isn't it? Kiluguram, am I right? And Kiluguram is Janapadam, so it's like folk songs. So he really, in 1949, with his first attempt itself, he has proved in all areas of songs, the types of songs and types of music and everything. Even then, at that point, at the very inception of his career, he proved himself to be like a right mix between Carnatic and Hindustani style. Because if we listen to any of his songs, all of them were like that. And very light was, this is something I wanted to really bring out, is that his main aim was, it used to be classical music means only the land people only those were able to enjoy. But to start with classical music, where did it come from? It came from folk, general public, they were singing, and then from there, some people really deduced or derived, some ragas. I was explaining earlier on what ragas means. They derived that, and then they made a systematic, this is this raga, and one has to really practice that, and they made it so just for themselves, and it was not reaching public. So the purpose was not really solved. So Ghantasala took upon it, and he really wanted to bring back this music to the folk. That is why, even though he was able to really perform 3 to 5 hours of full classical concert, he did not go in that pathway. He just wanted to bring the music to the public. That is the reason why he chose films, and he really also his father, of course, wanted him to really do music, live in music and give music to the public. So he was also actually living the dream of his father, but he has done so well with all hardships that he had, actually, because he did not even have enough money. He was so poor that he had to really go to door by door to, during those 6 years of his training, just to go door by door to get food, because he was so poor. So under those conditions, he really persevered for the dream of his father and for himself, and he learned the classical music, but he did not want to really keep it to only the elite, where people would come to these concerts and listen to hours of this classical music in really, structured way, or rules, etc. He really wanted to have this, but in a very lighter note, and take it to the hearts of the people. And that's exactly what he has done with the very first 3 movies that were offered to him by Sri Krishna Venamma. So she was the first one to release this book in Hyderabad on 16th of June, 2024. And then the second time was in USA, so Atlanta, in Walt Disney, on 14th July 2024 by Dr. Vishal Kumar and Mrs. Ramagaru. That was done in July. And then in North Carolina by Ulimidi Surya Narayana and Padmaja Dampatu. They have done it on 11th of August. And today we are going to release it here. And I would like to thank all of you to come here and be part of this release. And especially thanks are due to Professor David Jenkins to patiently listen to something completely unknown to him. And also, I am sorry that I should have introduced also Evangelist is quietly sitting here. You are from Greece, isn't it? So Greece. So he has been also listening to all this. I will have some conversations and give you some feedback later on how he felt. But But we are very thankful for you to come and be part of this. And thanks to also my family to be. They also, as you know, I'm the only one who is so mad after Ghantasala. None of my family members, but they are also being very patient. Today they have done very well. So
No, Tapu,
man.
you have got a wonderful opportunity by having the professor submit you, and we are also privileged to have these legends in their nuclear physics. In my view, a nuclear physicist inaugurating a book of Ghantasala, both are philosophers.
It's very true.
Both are. Our professor is also a philosopher in another way, and Ghantasala Garu is also philosopher singer. Since philosophy is the mother of all sciences, philosophy is the mother of all sciences. So our nuclear physics now inaugurating book is a great privilege. It is very unique and a very wonderful thing going on. So we are witnessing this program. We are blessed and blissful also at the same time. So very nice, and I'm very elated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, both are philosophers. Our professor must be also a philosopher.
The double philosopher because he has done philosophy and physics for his undergrad. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Double philosopher.
All philosophers.
Sorry?
We're all philosophers.
That is true. But a very single person is to an extent. Can you bring the books? You know how they look, so down there. So we'll just release today. This is you.
Okay. You want me to release?
Yes, and maybe you can say
something
afterwards. Yes.
Picture scholar.
Yeah, pictures. Yeah.
I can take pictures.
Yeah, pictures and maybe video as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me say that I'm very honoured to release this book of Ghantasala, your Mastaru, your God. I've really enjoyed hearing more about that. We'll talk about that more this evening, I'm sure. It's a great honour to be here and open this and pass these around to everybody. So let's do that now, if I can find where it opens.
It's like a wrapped a bit too well.
Yes, it's like a birthday. Oh, it's here now. Oh, we have it. I think I have it. Oh. So here are the books. We should pass one to everyone.
Yes, please. Sidhu will go after some time, and you take the cell phone from. Yeah, Hindu, and then you do it. Okay.
Thank you.
Two here.
There's one for me.
One for you.
And we all have one.
The name first.
Yes, now we have one each.
One each.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going
So
to. We're just.
We also have. We also have.
Yeah, you also have very good. Thank you.
Oh, you have one.
Oh, fantastic. That's great.
I have also.
Sidhu, can you go there, please? So that he will come in the room.
Oh, you want to change the.
Or he will come and
Take. Because you are taking the video.
Oh, okay.
take Moindu also.
Video or
Yes.
photograph.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, thank you all.